Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles.
Good morning, guys. It's Monday, December 23rd, 2024. Today, I'm going to make a little squarish type wire out of I forgot what gauge this is I picked up 10 feet of this wire the other day. I forgot exactly what gauge it is, but we're going to turn it into some square wire, and we're going to manipulate it a little bit and make a pretty cool little project out of it today. So you all stay tuned. I'm going to run this through the mill, get it squared up, and we'll see y'all at the bench in just a few minutes. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. Here is our beginning piece. We are 100 millimeters in length. I'm going to score the tip top of the piece, and I'm going to bring it into a triangle type and swoop it around. And it's going to look like a mountaintop, pyramid, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to start right there, guys. So y'all hang tight. Let's get this sawed down a little ways and begin manipulating this metal and see what we can't create here. All right, guys, we're about 3/4 way cut through this material. I'm going to see if I can't take my pliers and bend it down without hopefully not breaking it, but let's see what happens here. Here we go. We're going to form it into hopefully a triangle type. Oh, that's all we're going to get right there. I'm going to have to take some more material out, looks like. All right, guys, here is the beginning stages of our ring. I got it cut at the top. I got it bent into the form I think I'd like to have, the correct pitch, I think, at this point. I'm going to solder right there where I cut, make this joint strong again. And we'll continue on from there. So you all hang tight. Let's solder this bad boy up, and we'll see y'all in just a minute. Alright, guys, this is what we've came up with thus far. I'm going to nail it. I'm going to take it out to the bench out in the garage, and we're going to flatten it real nice with the hammer, and we're going to begin soldering this little piece up, form it into a ring. I have an idea in my mind what I kind of like this thing to look like. This is what we've got thus far, so you guys hang tight, and I'll see you all out in the garage in just a few minutes, and we'll flatten this bad boy out. Here we go. All right, guys, this is what we have got. I'm going to go in there and pickle this thing and get it real nice and clean. We're going to make our first 2 solder joints right there just to bring the rings together and make them uniform. And then we'll begin shaping it and forming it to one another and solder that band up. This will be the centerpiece of our ring. And I'm going to add a couple of pretty cool little bezels on it to bring it to a 3D form. So here we go, y'all hang tight. All right, guys, here's what we have come up with so far. It is a little out of cattywampus there. I'm going to try to manipulate that with a mandrel here in just a little bit and bring that into some sort of form that's a little more uniform than that. So let's get this band soldered up and see what we can't finish manufacturing here. Here we go. right, guys, I got my marks right here. It's 67.5 millimeters overall. We're trying to come up with a size 9 ring. I've done some calculations that I have learned, so we're going to see if the calculations I learned are correct. We are looking for a size 9 ring, 67.5 millimeters, and that is also calculated with the thickness of this particular material. So let's see if we can't saw it off and come up with the proper size that we intended. All right, guys, let's get the jeweler saw out, and I'll see y'all in just a second. We'll saw this thing up together, form it around the mandrel, and solder this bad boy up and continue on. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. Be right back with the jeweler saw. All right, guys, we are back with the jeweler saw, and we're going to attempt to cut this nice, fairly straight. We'll run it out to the mill and thin it out just a scotch. Oh man, I was pushing a little too hard, guys. Pushing a little too hard. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get a fresh blade in there, and I'll see y'all right back. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I opted to actually just use the existing blade that I had just broke. We'll just have to short stroke that bad boy. We'll just short stroke it. Nice short strokes and just nice, smooth, and easy. So let's just short stroke it, guys. All right, guys, we got it sawed off there. I'm going to square the ends off, just kind of smooth the edges. And we're going to run it through the mill. Just shrink the material just a little bit, the width of it, just a little bit, the thickness. And we're going to go form this bad boy and see what we can come up with. So you all hang tight. Let's sand this up for just a minute, and I'll see y'all at the bench. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, that is looking pretty sharp. Not too bad. I mean, that's really shaped up real nice, guys. I'm real pleased with this little project thus far. So let me go and finish getting this thing closed up. Let's close the gap and see what we're working with here, guys. This is pretty exciting. All right, guys, we're going to pickle that, and we're going to solder it up. And we're going to add some kind of funky detail to it to goober it up a little bit. So here we go. Y'all hang tight. This is pickle time. It's pickle time. Here we go. All right, guys, let's solder this bad boy up. All right, guys, it is goober time. We're going to add some gooberish to it, and let's see what we can't make it look like when we get done. We're just doing a little sculpting, guys, just getting some practice. That's all this is about. This ain't about perfection. This ain't about masterpieces today. This is just about sculpting, practicing, soldering, cleaning, the whole big picture, guys, the whole big picture. So here we go. Let's solder this goober up and make it look real nice and sculpted. Here we go. All right, guys, we have definitely came up with an audible in the middle of a play, so we have changed game plans. Let's get this thing soldered up, and I'll show you what's happened. I think we made it actually for the better. So when plan A fails, we always go to plan B. That's what we do around here anyway. Plan A fails, we go to plan B. Plan B fails, you either better have a plan C or wing it. So we're on plan B right now, guys. Let's see if we can make this happen. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to try again. We got a little teardrop bezel there on the very tip top. That's what we got, teardrop. So, see if we can get this bad boy soldered up this time. I got some tools on the way to make this job a little bit easier because these little $4 clamps are burning up every time I put the heat to them, and they're just not lasting. So I got some stuff to make this job a little bit easier in the near future. It should be here sometime, what's the day? Should be here sometime maybe by the end of the week or the first of next week. So all right guys, here is the teardrop ring. The craftsmanship is pretty good. It was real good till we put the goobered up. It was pretty good until we began goobering it up by putting the little bezels and stuff on it. It was in pretty good shape. It was probably a C, C minus, just guessing, somewhere in that neighborhood. But then I went and goobered it up with I tried a different type of bezel at first, and that really didn't work out very well. So I put this teardrop on it, and it's a little off center there a little bit. Things just ain't quite in proportion. I tried to heat it up and move it over, but it was stuck pretty good. So I just left it the way it is, and this is what we ended up with today. So I'm going to give this ring a D minus because of the proportion of the teardrop. And for some reason, I'm just unable to seal them seams on the very side with the solder I have. I have no idea why it will not fill them seams. In the plumbing trade, that with the solder I use in that would be no problem to seal. But for some reason, the solder that I have been sold just don't seal up very well for whatever reason. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But nonetheless, we're going to continue on. We're going to figure it out. We ain't whining. We ain't crying. We're just going to move on and get better at this stuff. That's what we're going to do around here. And in the near future, when these rings become a B and A grade instead of D's and C's like I got in high school, we're going to begin polishing this stuff. As soon as these rings become A and B grades, we're going to get us a polisher. We're going to begin polishing it up, making them look real fancy and clean and professional like. But for now, I'm a F, D, and C student, so we're just going to leave it like it is and continue practicing our craftsmanship every day, Monday through Saturday. And that's what we're going to do, guys. So there it is, the teardrop ring, quite a bit out of proportion when the teardrop got put on it. It's not bad, but it ain't great. So D minus for today. D minus for today, guys. So leave me your grade in the comments. And like always, thank you for staying this long. And like always, I'm going to leave you a huge energy ball full of energy, full of love, full of joy, and full of connectedness. Coming at you. All right, guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow.